be industry-related questions. I cannot wait to hear around the industry, of course, network marketing. Now, we're all in the company Zija International, so there may be some Zija talk as well. But we want to provide value to you tonight, and we're just going to go right in and pick Al's brain. So tonight, the topic is Ask Al. I can't wait. Maybe we'll do this like once every other month or something. So we're going to kick it off and start with Nicole. If you'll start with your question, Nicole, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Kebie. As always, I love being on this team call. This is so much fun. And we all get to learn so much, which just makes it even more cool. So Al, my privilege and honor to ask Al questions tonight. And I did give you a little preemptive. So my question is just a little background on you. I know that you've been in network marketing for a few years. And my question really is, when did you know that you needed some help? Like, what was it that you said, I just might need a coach? And when you decided that, what was the deciding factor that made you reach out? And I know that Kebie's your coach, but what is it that made you say, okay, I've been spinning my wheels a little bit? That's my question. And if you would elaborate a little bit that once you got your coach, how things have changed for you since then.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much, Nicole, for the questions. You make sure you keep tabs and see if I answer all of the questions that you had for me. First thing, basically, network marketing. Yes, Cheryl and I, we've been in network marketing, for over 20 years, well over 20 years. While I was in the Air Force, I found out about network marketing, and we dabbled in it. We tried. We actually got pretty successful at a couple of ventures, but we really did not. We didn't put the whole farm into network marketing. We were engaged in our careers, and we said once we retire, we're going to go into network marketing. So I retired in 2015, and really we learned a lot over the years. But what we found out when we retired, we found out that we didn't have all of the skills that we needed to be successful and to go to the very top of the network marketing career. So that's when we decided, first we were saying, okay, let's put together a training program. I did some training things with the Air Force, and I was I got to the point where I said, you know what, we're going to put together a training program, and we're going to teach folks how to do this business. Mm-hmm. And as we started to put that together, I ran into one of my mentors, someone on their network marketing team. And it just so happened to be Kebie Whitehead, and she was sharing some things online. It was just online. I ran into her. At first, I was listening to some team calls, and these team calls were powerful. And I remembered the Kebie first was a name that I had never really heard before. And Whitehead, that was a very distinct name. So I kept hearing somebody say, hey, well, Kebie is going to wrap it up for us. Kebie's going to wrap it up for us. And every time she wrapped up a call, it was spot on. She got all of the meat out. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So then I was just going online, and I saw Kebie Whitehead. And I'm like, what? So I clicked on her, and I watched her. She was doing a training for one of her coaching, coaching courses. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. That call was powerful. I don't know if she remembered, but I was on that call, and I was texting and just commenting on all the things she was saying. And sure enough, after the call, she was responding and replying. And that's how I got to find out about Kebie. And she said, hey, if you want to learn about my coaching, go here. I went there, got a video, and I'm like, okay, this is it. The program that I wanted to build was already in existence and operating. And I had never seen anything like that before in network marketing. And that's when I knew I needed to coach, and the coach had to be Kebie, because we were two other coaches.
Because this is resonating with me, because I literally was doing the same thing. So this is, my second company, and I'd been to a lot of trainings. I paid for a lot of trainings. And what I'm hearing you say is that what set her apart is that she paid attention. And not only did she pay attention, that she delivered not only, social media presence, but she was right on it. It was a personal invitation. It was a personal response. It wasn't like, yeah, just go to my website and watch some videos. So now that you found her and she actually had the training that you wanted to create, so she saved you a whole lot of time, money, and effort, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Now that with your 20 years experience, and this is what I want everyone listening to know, is that Al and Cheryl's starting point is not the same as everybody else's. So over time, we learn how to handle people. We learn our confidence. We learn our, so you're kind of starting at like A- and you're going to go to A+. Do you know what I mean? You're going to be like your launch and how quickly you've succeeded in the Zija business by comparison to others who is their first year ever in network marketing, how key it would have been for you, and not to mention other companies, but if all of us could start, let's say, with that kind of mindset and understanding and training, what would be your advice, just to follow up here now that you got the training that you were looking for to create, and you don't have to do that now. If you were a brand new person in network marketing, why would you take the training that Kebie is offering, and why is it important to do so?
So let me talk to those individuals who are brand new in the blueprint, or maybe those who've been in the blueprint since the page has been in existence. If you have not found a coach, okay, some people gravitate toward people that they relate to, but if you have not found a coach, I highly recommend that you go to the coach that is right here at your disposal. Kebie Whitehead is an awesome coach. Here's what I would recommend. Number one, just like in any industry, in any business, in any profession, you need skills. I'm sorry, your plumbing skills, your tax accountant skills, your physician skills, they are not network marketing skills. You need to learn the skills that will help you to be successful in network marketing. And that's me, the coach. That's what I recommend you do, is the right coach. Cheryl and I, we went to other training, and it just wasn't the same. We went to some big name trainers, and you can't talk to those individuals. You can't reach out to them if you have a question and ask them. They're not calling me. Now the big name trainers, they will call you when they want to sell you their program. I'm going to be straight up with you. When they want to sell you a program, they will call you and they will ask you to let them be your coach, and they'll farm you off to somebody else. That's not the case. That's not what we experienced here. It's proven things that work. So that's why I recommend, not only do you get a coach, you get a coach that's been there and done it. Okay. So anyway, I'm sorry. I know that we're on a time because I'll go all day. So y'all better give me another question. I hope I answered.
I'm going to turn it over to Noelle. Thank you so much, Al. Those were awesome, awesome answers, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this community with you. Okay,
thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And Al, you and Cheryl have become mentors of mine. I always look forward to hearing from Al. So I definitely put you into that category. I've had some other great mentors in particularly this company, in life in general, actually, in other fields and things. And, I definitely take, instruction from you. And then Kebie's my coach. So Kebie's somebody I can go to and say, hey, this is how I'm trying to handle something. Can you coach me through this? That's invaluable. I mean, really, it truly is. So, and, having somebody that is that responsive. But today I was watching Rise of the Entrepreneur. And, oh, yes, Mr. Eric Worre, who is another one of my favorites, but doesn't top Kebie in terms of network marketing. Yeah, she's that big. She's just not that big yet. But so, Al, my question to you is just, Eric Worre says, it's not always easy, but we know we have a better way. And so can you just touch on that with network marketing in general, why we choose this profession? If you could just touch on a couple spots with that, because I know it could be a long topic, right?
Well, yes, it can. And I'm going to tell you this. There are a couple of reasons There's a lot more than a couple of reasons why we choose network marketing, why Cheryl and I have chosen this career path. So number one, here's a big one: freedom. I'm sorry, freedom is major. And what do I mean when I say freedom? If you're in the corporate world and you make it no, let me give my example. So in the Air Force, I was serving overseas at a remote location, and basically you can come home one time for the year that you're there. You don't take your family with you. You come home one time for a maximum amount of time, and then you go right back. And so during the time that I was over there, my mother, who had been sick, she had been sick for years, she passed away while I was over there. Now, at the time, I was at the top of my field. I couldn't go any higher. And I had to go home for my mom's funeral. And when I went home for the funeral, before I left, now I'm the boss, and they come and say, hey, Chief, hey, listen, now you can go home, but you have to be back at this time. You can't stay. So I had to go home for the funeral, spend a couple of days, and come back and leave the rest of my family to take care of the issues that my mom take care of her estate. So I couldn't do any of that. I had to leave and go back. I'm at the top of my career and I was doing well, but I didn't own my time. And I was like, wow, you know what? I don't own my time. That's a major reason why we're involved in the network marketing industry. And I'm going to tell you, there's so many other reasons. I could have gone into corporate America. Corporate America was courting me, but I wanted my freedom, and I said no. So if I go into corporate America, here's one thing that I enjoyed about being in the military, that I was looking at the outside occupation, civilian life, and saying, how am I going to find something like this? See, in the military, it's not about, well, I should say what it's about. It's about freedom, okay? So if I am a non-commissioned officer or whatever rank I am, there's somebody who is subordinate, junior to me, and my job is to train them to be a better NCO than I am. I want them to get there quicker. I want them to know more. I want them to be the best. Why? Because we have to be the best in the world to preserve our freedoms. And I know one day I'm going to walk out of the military, and the ones who come behind me, they need to be better prepared than I was to preserve the freedoms that we were preserving. So there's nothing that's going to keep me. I don't have any secrets. I'm like, hey, you want to get here? This is how you get there. This is how you do it. And in corporate America, there's too many times where, you're on that ladder and you look up and it's not a hand helping you up. It's a foot keeping you down. So sometimes folks are like, hey, I don't want you to be too smart. I don't want you to be too sharp because you may threaten my job and my position. Well, in network marketing, the individuals who I work with, they all are cheering for my success. For instance, a mentor of ours is $1 million a year earner. Do you know what everybody in network marketing who's in his organization say? They say, go make $2 million a year. Why? Because it's going to help everybody. That means you're doing that much business for the industry, for the company. If it's in the corporate world, you got $1 million a year earner. The corporation is like, okay, wait a minute. How can we slow down his pay? $1 million? How can we do we really need him? Is he worth $1 million? Is she worth all of that money? Can we keep her? So freedom and the ability there are no glass ceilings. And I know that I don't want to keep on going. I know Cheryl has a question, and I don't want to stop anybody from asking questions. I could go on and on and on and on this, and but those are a couple of reasons why. And again, there's a lot more. So Cheryl, I don't know if your question is similar. And Noel, I'm not stopping you from asking another question if you have another one. So
no, I'm going to pass it on. And I'm sorry I asked such a broad question, but I knew you could pinpoint something. And thank you for sharing that story and that insight, because we all come from different backgrounds, and we all have this passion with network marketing. And so
yes.
sharing
And
yours.
there's just so much more. And if I can't get the rest of that why network marketing, if Cheryl's question don't handle that, I'll try to squeeze some of that in. But Cheryl, I'm ready.
Well, I guess you answered my question. It was my question for you was if you could choose. I mean, well, why did you choose, to go into business for yourself? But I kind of think you answered that. So I guess I'm going to pop up with another question.
Okay.
And that question would be, and I hope I'm not stealing anybody else's thunder, because it's hard when you go last, I guess. But my question would be, if someone approached you and said that they wanted a career path and they wanted to come into this business, what advice would you give them in order to get started successfully? What would you tell them? What advice would you give them? How would you educate them?
Okay, so because this is the Blueprint Group, and the vast majority of them is Zegified, okay? Yeah, Zeja is the company. I want to talk about Zeja and give you the path that I would say to get started. Here's the first thing, the very first thing that you do. All right, you got your pencils and pens, and get your notepads and get ready. The very first thing you do is you become a product of the product. You use that product every single day. I'm gonna tell you what, if you're not slurping Super Mix and you're slurping somebody else's green drink, you might want to consider going to join them. If it's not a network marketing company where you can make some money off of the green drink, you might want to consider using the one that's in front of you. Okay, buy from your own store. I'm gonna tell you what. I have mouthwash, man. No longer. We just got mouthwash. You're not gonna find a Listerine bottle in my bathroom now. Why? Because I'm gonna buy from me. So be a product of the product. All right. The second thing you need to do, in my opinion, if you really want to be successful, this is some rocket science right here. Okay. Share the product. All right. Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you what. If I opened a corner store, if I made the best, okay, let me see, I need to get something. If I made the best hot dogs, okay, I'm just throwing something out. If I made the best hot dogs in the world, and people want to come from around the world to eat my hot dogs, and I open up a hot dog store on the corner, and I don't tell nobody, and I don't tell my family, I don't tell my friends, I don't advertise, I don't do anything to get folks to come to my hot dog store. I mean, I don't even cook the hot dogs and wave a fan so that people can smell it on the way out. Okay, I'm not going to do any business. If I'm closed every day, I'm not going to do business. So you need to share this. Now, we have skills. These are skills, network marketing skills. You go through some of the training that's available to you. You're going to find folks saying, hey, make a list. Why? Why are you making a list? Because you need to share the product. Okay, so first, be a product of the product. Second, share the product. Now, here's what Zeja tell you to do. Zeja would say, this is where it gets Zejified. The first thing you want to do is you want to help the people you know who have a pain, help them with their pain. The second thing you want to do is you want to help those people get their products for free. And then the third thing, and the way they get their products for free is to share it with other people, okay? And the third thing is you just say, hey, listen, now what we want you to do is we want you to get rid of all the toxins in your house and make your home a Zeja home. If you do those things, use the products, share the products, help people get their stuff for free, and help them change their home to a Zeja home, you will be very successful in network marketing. Now, that's some rocket science stuff that you don't need. If you get that and you go out and you start sharing, here's the thing. I love this guy called Jim Rohn. He's a mentor of mine. I never met him, but I listen to him all the time. Jim Rohn said, hey, listen, you actually go out, and if you're going to create a ratio when you talk to people. You talk to 10 people, you get one. You talk to 10, get one. Talk to 10, get one. And you talk to 10 and get two. Why? Because you're getting better. You talk to 10, get two. Talk to 10, then you get three. Because you're getting better. He said the ratio has appeared when you get one. So he said you could talk to 10 people and get one, and he said he could talk to 10 people and get one. You could talk to 10 people and get three. If you had a monthly contest, he would beat you. He said, how in the world is that possible? That's because you talk to 10 people, or you talk to 30 people, whatever, you get 9. He said, I talk to 100 people and I get 10. I beat you. He talked to more people. The thing is, how fast can you talk to 10? Now, you could talk to 10 and get 1 in 1 day, or you could talk to 10 and get 1 in 1 week, or you could talk to 10 in a month and get 1 per month, or you could talk to 10 every 5 years and get 1 every 5 years. It's up to you. So be the product, use the product, share the product, help people get their stuff for free, help them get their house, turn their house into a Zija home. And then if you do that fast enough, you can get very successful very fast. If you do it slow enough, you can get unsuccessful as slow as you want to get. Okay? Or if 1 per year is your speed, get 1 per year. That's cool, because after a few years, you might have something. So anyway, that's what I recommend, that process. Now, we have a couple of minutes, and I want to go back because Cheryl, did you have another question? Go ahead. I think she had another one.
No, it was just leading. What I was hearing you say was skill, that you need to develop a skill. That's what I heard you say. And I know that could be a whole different topic. So, I'm not gonna have you elaborate as much as I'm itching to say, hey, tell us about how to get skills, but.
Oh, right. You know what? That's where you need a coach. I'm sorry. You need to get a coach. You need to identify. Listen, you may have an upline coach that's really teaching you some great stuff. If they're teaching you great stuff, great. If you don't have one, there's one available. We already talked about Kebie. There's a lot of coaches available. Just use them. Find a coach. Get a mentor. But I wanted to go back to Noel's question about why network marketing for the next couple of minutes. I hope you don't mind. I'll take 3 minutes and we'll be done, okay? Here we go. Number one, you already know that, hey, if I make $1 million in Zija International, all those folks who are in my organization are going to be cheering me on. Why? Because I cheer those folks on who are making a whole bunch of money. The people who are making a little bit of money, I cheer them on. We're pulling folks up and telling them how to do it faster. Why? Because we all benefit from it. And I know in corporate America, the things will be kept away. There's going to push me down. But you know what? It's not only do the team want you to be successful in network marketing, hey, it's going to be performance-based. If you perform in this industry, you're going to, the computer system don't know who you are except for you perform. All right. So bottom line is I can perform in corporate America. Okay, here's something y'all probably don't agree with. I can perform in corporate America, and that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to go to the top. That doesn't mean I'm going to be the highest paid. You see, corporate America is really, it can be very political.
Yep.
There can be glass ceilings. There can be all kinds of things that box you in. That's another reason. Freedom all the way around. I could get paid what I'm worth. Now, if I perform well, then I get paid. If you don't perform well, you probably don't want network marketing. It's not for everybody. Network marketing is not easy. The problem is people go out and say, hey, look, I want you to come and do this. You make all this money real fast. No, that is not true. It's a business. You have to do a lot of work. And you know what? You got to be self-motivated a lot of times. So anyway, there's a lot more, but really I need to give Coach Kebie a time to say something before we hang up. Thank you guys so much for involving me and asking me some questions. I like that Ask Al, but now I'm going to ask Coach, do you have any questions there, Kebie?
Well, I just want to wrap up. I don't have a question for you because we got to wrap up, but I loved it tonight. We'll definitely be doing Ask Al again. I want to just share real quick that when Al and I met and we started working together and pulling together, creating culture and new distributor training, he really seen the vision. And understand that when you're leading something, like I'm leading something big here, this community, it takes a community, okay? It takes all of you together. So it is not me, okay? I could be here and I be by myself, it don't matter. But I want everybody to know that Al is, if we were like at a football team, which I don't know much about football, but I know there's a lot of coaches. Why are there a lot of coaches? Because the lead coach needs a coach. listen, we're all in this together. So Al and I, we're kind of like a co-coach here. We're co-coaching this team. And Al provides so much value and training to the Creating Culture program. The blueprint, he keeps the blueprint train going, the schedule. There's a lot of things in the background that Al is doing, and I'm just super grateful. And I love just the points he went over tonight about that training program he was looking for. Now he found, and he's actually helping implement and grow. He talked about the differences in network marketing and from corporate and using, his military background. I love the stories. Make sure, I'm not going to recap the whole thing, but just make sure you really understand what you have your hands on here, because even if you're not a hustler, even if you get $500 a month is good money to some people, right? Maybe you're not looking for $5,000 a month. Maybe you're not looking for $10,000 a month. You still got to work, and it's going to be tough. But $500 a month is life changing. So, like Al said, go do what you can do and be the best you can be, and try your best and give it your all. And then I love what he says about, if you want to have success, use the product, share the product, and help people get their product free. It's really that simple. And then he talked about and closed us out with, I love it, Jim Rohn's Law of Averages. You can go to YouTube and watch that. Jim Rohn's been a mentor of mine too. I haven't never met him. But guess what? Jim Rohn, his legacy still is going. He's impacting people. He's on YouTube. Al heard him. I heard him. Everybody's shaking their head here. They've all heard him. Now y'all gonna go watch him. So this has been a testimony, even when you're not here. Think of that impact we can have in network marketing, this industry, to help others and grow others and be in their story. And is that not the ultimate mission of me? Yes, like my mission is to be in a testimony, but I can't do it by myself. So it's us. It's all of us together, locking arms, and we're helping people, and the legacy goes on even when we're not here on this earth. Our names are still here, and we're leaving legacies and impacting people's families, and it just gives me chills. So I love it. And thank you, Al. Thank you, Nicole, Noelle, and Cheryl, for your beautiful questions tonight. Bye, Blueprint. We'll see you next week. Bye.